Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out another episode of Band of Brothers. Today it is episode 8, The Last Patrol. There are only 3 episodes left and I'm really excited to get into the last one. The last couple episodes have been really heartbreaking, and episode 7, The Breaking Point, was my favorite episode of this series, so I'm really excited to see what The Last Patrol has for us today. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So we turn the light, we said what color it should be. Boop. Nice. Okay, so the color today, I think I'm gonna go back to green. I haven't done green in a while, I feel, and I think I'm gonna go green because the thumbnail is a little bit more green. It looks like the soldiers are all indoors and they're all wearing, you know, their regular soldier outfits, which is kind of like a greeny brown color, so I'm gonna go green today. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon of uncut and early access reactions that come out up to 3 weeks early, which means I am done Band of Brothers on my Patreon. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, I'm expecting this episode to be heartbreaking. I'm expecting this episode to be violent at times. I'm just expecting a really good episode, just like the rest of the 7 episodes that I've seen so far. So anyways, I hope you enjoy my reaction to Band of Brothers, episode 8, The Last Patrol. Chills. Chills, Michael came in. So many chills. Like full body chills.
Very good men there. Toy and Garnier had lost their legs there.
Yeah.
Of the men that got killed in that. But 6, 7 of them were real close.
Oh, what?
Believe I might be able to live through it. So walk carefully. Take care of yourself.
I like that hope. I like that way of thinking, I guess.
Born had been made famous by what it did in the Battle of the Bulge. Newspapers called them the battered bastards of Bastogne.
That's a sick name.
When I was finally able to rejoin Easy Company, they looked nothing like the heroes who had just helped win the war.
Really?
George Luz. Yeah?
They probably look so defeated and tired.
Yes, sir. My name's David Webster. I just got back from the hospital. Good for you.
Yeah, this guy's so full of life. Webster's so full of life. Everyone else, no life in them anymore.
What about, Hubler? Where's he?
Dead.
Hey, guys. Some lieutenant told me to report to 2nd.
No, they don't want it either. They don't want this guy either.
Station, then the replacement depot.
Well, I'm sure he tried to bust out and help with some Bastogne web.
Oh.
I would have done that.
It was funny because
Some people
Popeye
did.
found a way.
Yeah, Popeye did find a well.
Yeah.
It's like a bond, a common bond between the soldiers of Bastogne, and people who weren't there just can't get into it, you know what I mean? Oh!
Captain Spears. What happened to Captain Winters? He's running the whole battalion now. Go.
Yeah, he is.
But now, because I had missed Bastogne, I was treated as a replacement and felt like I was starting all over.
No, I mean, that's so fair though. Bastogne was a 2-episode arc.
How long have you been sick?
Long enough.
I have a bad feeling about Lipton. I don't want Lipton to die though.
And Spears.
He's on his way, sir. Why don't you sit down? Can you give me a coffee? Would you like a coffee, sir?
I would love a coffee too, actually.
Listen up. Regiment wants patrol for prisoners.
This one.
Whenever Winters walks into a room, I want to pump my fist in the air.
Enemy side, up the embankment. We know it's occupied. You can have 15 men. Think very hard about who you want to lead the patrol.
15 men to the building.
Of last year? D-Day, yes, sir. Alright, don't get hurt.
He's so young.
I can think of a few possibilities. Martin, Malarkey, Grant.
For Webster.
Yes, sir.
Tell Heffron, Ramirez, and McClung they're going.
Yes, sir.
No, Webster has experience though. He has D-Day experience.
OP2. This way. Wait.
Shit!
Oh!
Is that it? I don't know. I think so.
Go!
Oh! A plane?
Hey, guys. It's taken.
Go ahead.
This is such an interesting episode because the guy in the back, not experienced at all really. Webster has experience. He is a veteran of D-Day, but he hasn't fought in a while. And he's sort of like an outcast.
So, you want to introduce me to the men?
You're gonna lead these guys?
What? Come here.
I want to talk to you a second.
Come here. Why?
You want some coffee?
I take some coffee.
Any mortars? 60s out back.
Is this kid out of high school yet?
He's out of West Point.
Yeah, he looks like he's still in high school.
Ike went?
Yeah, he actually graduated with his son.
Look at their outfits. Look how clean his outfit is compared to theirs. I see what they mean now by the fresh green suits.
Come on, Webster. Spill it.
Yeah, he does know stuff.
I said let the kid go. Get use the experience.
Probably could find 4.
No, he's gonna die.
Flares, a few mortars at night, scattered 88s, snipers during the day.
Yeah, we dodged some mortars on our way in.
He's like, wow.
They have roofs over their heads, sir, just like us. I don't think anybody wants to do anything stupid at this point, right?
Yeah, it's like a stalemate.
Yeah. Heffron?
Shit.
Oh, they don't want to go. Yeah.
So it's McClung, Heffron, and Ramirez.
I'll tell him. I just need...
Nope, they already know.
There is a patrol set for tonight. So far, Spears wants McClung.
Yeah, we've just fucking heard.
Told us.
I like that how honest they are and how it doesn't really matter.
Beautiful.
Yeah, finally, right?
Good of them. Now we're in a nice warm house.
Also, we got showers.
Showers? Oh! So I guess they just periodically mortar like the houses and stuff to keep everyone on their toes. It's interesting after Bastogne as well. Easy Company are just like this feels like a walk in the park for them. Like they're laughing while they're getting bombed and stuff like that.
In war, soldiers sometimes die in the fever pitch of a firefighter by artillery when they're huddled in a fire.
Oh, it's the guy with the potatoes. It's crazy how fast it can just happen. What's he saying? Is he gonna go?
All right, I'm leading this patrol.
Oh, wow, okay. No, I respect this guy.
And Webster.
You want anyone from first?
No.
Is there anyone you don't want from second? Seems like you're up.
It's all second. Do you think like
Come on.
it almost looks like a hatred that they have towards him, but it's probably just because he didn't have to fight. He wasn't with them, but maybe they also don't respect him as much. I'm not sure. Like he has to prove himself before they let him into the group, I guess.
On this patrol. And maybe if you offered, you could go in his place. Being that you are an officer.
No, I don't want this guy to lead.
Don Malarkey had been on the front lines every time Easy Company had seen action since D-Day.
Jeez.
If it was...
What does that do to someone?
Come on, George. Just give me, I don't know, 10. Here you go. 10, 15 bucks. Juicy fruit. Happy?
Just got a report of...
I like juicy fruit.
Like we do with the plays, George. Yeah, you did good, huh? How you feeling? As long as you keep your hands off my ass, I'll be fine.
Have Hershey's.
Aww.
Hey, can you believe this guy? Try to get him out of the fucking way, come straight back.
Yeah, well, that's not what I heard. Heard the crowd
See, look,
finished.
so different than Webster coming back, right?
Be a echelon fucks to
Hey, Cobb, with the mouth, please. The kid's just trying to do his job, all right? Jeez.
He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to do my job.
To the house, I got a blast.
Is Captain Winters gonna be with him?
Jeez, what? I don't know.
This poor guy, he's being asked so many questions.
I even smoking cigarettes, damn it! Come on, I got a wounded ass.
Intelligence give you the information on the CP?
I got a wounded ass.
Denied. Anything else?
You're not gonna lead that patrol, Lieutenant Johns.
Yeah, you just actually don't have enough experience. This isn't the time to do it.
Permission to speak, sir. Go on, Lieutenant.
Like, I feel like this guy's gonna die.
I haven't really done anything except deliver mail and type morning reports.
So they actually want to do something. Wow, really? But being on the patrol and leading the patrol is different.
There'll be a briefing. CP 1700. Yes, sir.
Wow, they can both go. Okay.
No way. Not on his first day.
They're not gonna follow this guy.
What?
We call you guys too?
So who's in charge of this bullshit?
No, he ain't.
Oh my god.
Lieutenant Jones here. He's the ranking officer, and he'll be along as an observer.
Observer.
Won't, but in any case, We know it's an outpost. We want it destroyed, so you have to lay some demo on a time delay.
Okay. Okay.
Remember, it's about prisoners. Don't pop the first thing that moves.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Don't shoot the prisoners, please.
Klung, Sisk, Cobb, Garcia, and Webster. As translator.
Oh, wow.
The rest of you guys are
As translator.
right, Webster? Yeah. A little bit. Good.
A little bit's enough.
It's not a concern, Mr. Jackson.
This is such an interesting episode. This is not something I would have thought would happen. You know what I mean? But I guess bonds form in events, and if you miss that event, you just can't be accepted back into the circle, or it's hard for you to get accepted back into that circle, even if you fought with them before.
Fine. Hey, Live Gut, you want to sit this one out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he does.
Nothing rattles, nothing shines, no helmets.
No helmets. You know, at the start of this show, I didn't really understand what the helmets were for, but after watching this show, I'm like, helmets are kind of useful.
You set for tonight? I'm ready.
He looks scared. Oh. This guy looks younger than me, I swear.
Observation post. Getting back safely could be successfully accomplished in as little as 10 minutes.
Really?
And result in nothing more than 15 Americans killed or wounded in action.
Yeah, that's so true.
Those who hadn't probably thought of little else as we waited for darkness.
Yeah, I guess your mind's always gonna wander to the worst case scenario. And I guess they said it's a full moon, right? So it's not super dark. Dude, they're just sitting ducks on this river. Oh my god. They've already lost 3 men. They didn't die. Are those bombs that's hanging there? You guys think this is going to end really badly? I love this shot, just watching them run to different cover.
Clear. Security out. Go. Move.
That looks like the house that they need to get, yeah? I'm just waiting for a first sniper blast or a first bombshell or something. Wow, okay, it started. Oh my god, you ran in way too fast.
Keep those drums quiet. Keep
Oh.
up in here. Cover me, McClung. Keep those men quiet.
Oh god.
Come on, where are you going? You move. Everybody moves out of my command. Are you ready? Are you ready?
This is so intense. Every time someone runs from cover, I feel like they're gonna get shot. Oh my god.
I want you to fall back now. Let's go.
Again, the visual of the bullets being like a streak of heavy light almost. So cool. Probably what it would look like for the most part. Oh my days.
Christ, come on, blow the goddamn whistle!
Blow the whistle! There we go. There we go. Wow.
I'm gonna shoot you, you fucking drown! Shoot him or we'll have to come back for more. You and the boss!
Yeah, we'll come back for more. Let's leave right now. Oh my god. The visuals, the gunfire coming out of the smoke of the destruction. Oh my god, what a shot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Go, go, go. Oh. Webster's so shocked right now. I'm so glad this guy lived. I thought he was gonna die. Oh, his eye.
Still, keep calm, buddy. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
God damn it!
No! No! You can't just shoot them.
Stay calm. The medic is coming. They're on their way.
Where the fuck is the medic?
Jackson's not making it, I don't think.
You're okay. You're okay, Jackson. Take it easy. Okay, okay.
Oh no.
All right, look at the flame, Jackson. Look at the flame. Okay, that's good.
The quietness. Everyone just stops.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You're all right.
Jackson's so young too.
I need you to hang on.
Oh no. He's choking on his own blood. He's dead. Wow. Again, the silence, just the sounds of the mortars in the background.
In fact, Eugene lost his life on a stretcher in a dank basement in Hagenau, crying out in agony while his friends looked on helplessly.
Yeah.
They put that in the report on the ADA. We're working on it.
What was the point of that mission? The mission was just to get German prisoners? Like, did they need to do that?
Private Jackson took a grenade frag rupturing the enemy OP. It was his own grenade.
Yeah, he threw it in and it went in way too fast.
We heard you got 2 prisoners.
2 prisoners for 1 life.
What are you doing, cop? You leave someone on the bank?
Yeah, is someone there?
It's the 3rd prisoner that was too far gone to bring back.
What you looking at, Webster?
What's it to you? I can understand where the guy's coming from though. These patrols, they feel so useless. You know, you're just taking 1 prisoner, 2 prisoners at a time, and you may be losing a man, a friend, you know what I mean? In the process, it doesn't really feel like anything's going anywhere when you're doing it.
I don't know, Dick. I don't know what to tell you. He gave him a successful patrol. Now he wants 2.
Successful.
Now he wants another one.
Well, mostly.
Evening, gents.
I can't believe they're making the same men go again.
I'm proud. I'm proud. I just saw Colonel Sink. He's proud too. In fact, he's so proud he wants you to do another patrol.
He wants you to do it exactly the same again.
Last night will go up in flames, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Means we'd have to venture farther into town this time.
Oh, what?
Recovered all the boats, so we'll be setting off from the same place we did last night.
We're not changing the plan any, sir.
No. Plan's the same.
Oh god, that's so stressful.
Which means in the morning, you will report to me that you made it across the river.
Oh.
Into German lines. We're unable to secure any live prisoners.
Oh.
Good.
He's giving the rest. He's like, there's no point in them doing this again. Wow. This is hope. This is hope for them. Finally.
Don't bother writing this up. I'll take care of it. Might actually enjoy it.
Okay.
I think you might be honest.
Oh. There goes the house. I was expecting the house to fall down, I gotta say.
Just keep them coming, North.
Yeah. Battlefield commission as a second lieutenant.
What do we have here, boys?
A discharge.
Congratulations. Thanks.
He gets to go home.
Lieutenant Jones, regiment has seen fit to promote you to 1st lieutenant.
Oh, that's good.
Many of us in Easy Company felt that a corner had been turned, and we all might make it home alive.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of war left, though.
Colonel Sink's a bit unhappy with the appearance of your uniform. He says it's not befitting to your rank.
Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this?
Congratulations, Major.
Major. I don't really know the tier system in the army, but I'm assuming that that is a pretty good promotion.
Good work. Thanks, sir. Good to have you along. Glad, man.
Oh, look at that. They've accepted him.
Here.
Oh my god. accepted. He had to fight with them again. He had to trust him again.
I wondered if people back home would ever know what it cost the soldiers to win this war.
No, I don't think they ever will.
You couldn't get a hotel room in Miami Beach, it was so crowded.
Oh, by the time they left Hagenau, Easy Company's European campaign had taken them from England to France, Holland, and Belgium. It's a whole European tour. Soon they would be entering Germany. Oh my days. Now that's a tease for these last 2 episodes. I guess it only makes sense that they take a little break and then they head into Germany for the final push. And that was my reaction to Band of Brothers episode 8, The Last Patrol. I almost said episode 1. That is not correct at all. Episode 8, The Last Patrol. And you know what? I understand why it's called The Last Patrol now, because they didn't have to do a second patrol, and it seems like they're getting a break. Not just from patrols, but from the battles. They're moving off of the front lines for a bit before, it seems, Easy Company then heads into Germany for what I'm assuming is going to be these last 2 episodes, is to push into Germany. Or maybe we're going to spend one time, episode 9, one time with Easy Company, I don't know, off the front lines, and they're talking and they're chatting and they're having fun, and then the last episode is going to be the push into Germany, or maybe both episodes would be the push into Germany. But anyways, let's not talk about the next episodes because I don't know what's happening in those next episodes. Episode 8, let's talk about the episode that I just watched. This episode was, again, really, really good, and I found it super interesting to see the war, or to see at least the trying to re-assimilate yourself into the company of soldiers, into the platoon, when you have been away at the hospital for a while. It was a very interesting change between, well, change and similarity, I guess, between that New Recruits episode. I think it was just called Recruits or something like that. Replacements, that was the episode. And to see it from Webster's point of view was super interesting, because Webster wasn't necessarily a replacement, because he had fought with Easy Company in D-Day. You know, he had fought with them before. He got injured and had to go to hospital, but he had fought with them before. He was there at the beginning, so he wasn't necessarily a replacement. He wasn't new to the war, but because he had stayed in the hospital for so long, Easy Company and the platoon that he was in, I think it was 2nd Platoon, they didn't really accept him back into the masses. They didn't accept him back as a soldier. They kind of looked at him as a new recruit, as a replacement. And he says that in the episode, because he was in the hospital for so long, because he didn't have those shared experiences that pretty much all of those soldiers had with Bastogne, which was the last 2 episode kind of arc that we had just been on, because that was super brutal. A lot of people during those 2 episodes said that that was the worst part of the war for them. That was just hell on earth. And because he wasn't part of that, because he never left the hospital to go back to that, he wasn't as accepted as maybe someone who was, like, and for example, they kind of do like a side-by-side comparison in this episode where he comes back at the start and people don't help him onto the truck, like Jackson doesn't help him onto the truck. You know, people kind of dismiss him, people kind of send him one way and then send him the other way. They don't really want him because they think they see him as a new replacement. But then we have that other guy, I forget what his name is, but he comes back when all the Hershey bars are being handed out and stuff, and he gets thrown a Hershey, but he comes back after being shot in the butt, and it seems like he escapes the hospital to come back and fight, and the soldiers respect that. They don't care if you go to the hospital to get injured. They want you to come back, you know, be a man and come back, be brave and come back and help fight, just like people did, like Gonorrhea did, or not Gonorrhea, Popeye, I think Popeye, that's his name, from the last episode when he was injured and he came back, and then sadly I'm pretty sure he died at the end of the episode, or he at least got his leg blown off. But you know what I mean? He came back from the hospital. He escaped the hospital to come back and fight, and the soldiers really respected that. And you could see in this episode as well, Webster didn't do that, and the soldiers outcasted him, but that other guy who got shot in the butt did do that, and the soldiers basically invited him back with open arms, even though he didn't share some of the experiences that they all did. You know what I mean? It was a very interesting dynamic to see. And there was also that really new and young lieutenant as well. I forget what his name is, but you know, the guy who I thought was going to die in this episode, and he's super young faced. He's kind of tall, you know. He went on that platoon mission, he went on that patrol, and I thought that was really interesting because that guy was kind of a replacement, you know. So we had kind of like 3 stages. We had like an actual young replacement, someone who just graduated last summer, who hasn't really seen combat or anything like that. Then we had Webster, who has seen combat, but he'd been in the hospital for like 4 months and never decided to leave or anything like that. And then we had someone who was in combat a lot with Easy Company as well, but then they decided to leave the hospital early to help Easy Company fight on the front lines again. So we had like these 3 different stages. It was interesting to see how each of them integrated into the group, and it was really nice to see at the end of the episode all of them, or at least Webster and that young guy, the young lieutenant who was then promoted at the end of the episode, which was really awesome, by the way. I think he did deserve it, but it was nice to see them be accepted into the group. You know, they were shaking hands with people. Webster was helped up onto the truck. It was this one experience, you know. I don't think soldiers really hold these grudges per se between their fellow soldiers and their fellow comrades and stuff like that, but it's more so you don't really know if you can trust this man if they haven't been in combat with you. And after Webster was on that patrol mission with them, they realize they can trust him, they start to respect him, and it just kind of grows from there. And I really appreciated that aspect of the episode. Again, the action in this episode was absolutely fantastic, and Jackson's death in this episode was really heart-wrenching and heartbreaking, and it was really well done how chaotic and loud it is. Everyone around Jackson is screaming, Jackson is screaming. There are people trying to shoot the German prisoners because they're upset about what they've done. You know, they hate the Germans, but they also feel like the Germans have done this to Jackson. You know, Jackson's friends are wanting to shoot the German prisoners and stuff like that, and Jackson, you know, crying out in pain, there's blood everywhere. And then as soon as the doctor comes, I think it was Eugene, by the way, the doctor, but as the doctor comes, he sits down and then everyone just stops talking. Everyone is silent, and all you can hear in the background is the sound of mortar shells exploding, and it's just everyone else is silent. You just hear Jackson saying, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, and maybe there's a little mirror here or there, and then he dies, and it's just everyone is silent. The room, it just feels like this vacuum has opened up, and I don't know, it was just really, really well done. And it was really interesting how they framed his death as well, how they framed the army would be sending a telegram saying, oh, he died on an important mission that's gonna help the war effort, the war push and stuff like that, but really he died in a damp basement screaming out in pain from a grenade that he threw. A German didn't even throw the grenade, he threw the grenade, and he kind of died pointlessly, you know what I mean? And I think that's why Winters stopped the last patrol, or stopped that patrol, the second attempt at the patrol as well, because he realized it's kind of pointless. We're getting 2 prisoners, they didn't tell us how to cross the river, what's the likelihood they're going to do that again? We're going to lose our men to get these German prisoners. We got 2 German prisoners and then lost Jackson, you know what I mean? Like, what's the balance here? And so I really respected Winters' decision when he decided to just forfeit the patrol, just lie to the regiment or lie to whoever, the leaders of the war, basically, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really liked this episode overall. I thought there was some really interesting stuff, some stuff that I never really thought of when it comes to war and soldiers and this sort of hierarchy of like people who have stayed together in the war for a long time. I thought that was very interesting. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. Remember, you can check out the rest of Band of Brothers on my Patreon and all the other episodes. I think there's 2 more episodes left. They're both out on my Patreon right now, as well as uncut and early access reactions that come up to 3 weeks early for a whole bunch of other stuff as well. DS9, movies, you name it, I got it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for episode 9. Apparently that's a tearjerker, but episode 9 of Band of Brothers. See you then.